We keep hearing what we think is a coyote, but I'm not so sure. We're down here where all the deer are during this time of the year, lower elevation. But everything migrates with the deer that are predator. Coyotes, bobcats, mountain lions especially. Anyway, there's a cave. Goes back in there a little ways. Looking over here, this whole side over here looks cavey, but it's hard to tell if anything's in there or not. It's pretty crazy up through here. All kinds of caves and weird like circle things, and anyway, all these little caves through here are just kind of creepy. You just never know what you're gonna run into or what you're gonna see, especially at dusk. I think I can make it. I know this is kind of, I'm trying to film and do this at the same time, which is difficult. You got stuff down in there, caves, and I mean, the good thing is there's handholds all over, but again, my hands are getting in the way, so it's not the best filming. I wished I had my attached to my head. Crazy stuff. Let's see. You just never know what you're gonna find in these places. Not ever. As you continue on, this ridge runs right along here. Huh. Anyway, we're gonna work our way in a circle. Try to see what we can round up or scare up. Or scare us. One. Anyway, that was pretty interesting. A little crazier than just your hand, though. These deer eat this bitter brush during this time of the year. This stuff, along with whatever grass they can come up with. I keep hearing something. Huh. Anyway. I've got to figure out how to change up the settings or the straps on this gun scabbard. Makes it hard, and you have to climb around and over stuff. cold. You just never know what you're gonna find. It's all numbers. Go out and go out and go out and go out. That's the whole key. Eventually, you're gonna find something. Here's some weird noises. Anyway, saw some deer, saw a little buck, but that means their horns haven't fallen yet. Probably another month. Anyway. This is about a foot, maybe a little longer. That gives you an idea of how big this crap was. I mean, it's huge. Huge. Okay. I'm down lower. There's more deer down in this area. Not a lot. They're even down further than this. This is below my cabin a ways. I like to arrowhead hunt here, and this is the perfect time to arrowhead hunt after it rains or snows because everything stands out. It's good. I know for a lot of you guys it's a waste of time, but for me it's an addiction. Almost as much as filming, trying to get footage of Sasquatch. That's my number one thing, but this is a close second. I mean, I'd come do this over watch a football game, and I love football. It's just one of those things. Once you get the itch and you get the bug, it doesn't go away. But I'm not gonna have you guys watch me arrowhead hunt, 'cause I might not even find anything. I found that great one yesterday. This is strange. Why is there just a bone sitting on that rock? I mean, anybody could put a bone on that rock. I could have put a bone on that rock, but I didn't. So that's just strange. There's some pieces of bone in that wash right there. There were some huge military planes flying overhead with about 5 fighter jets next to it, coming out of Area 51, which makes you wonder what the crap is going on. And it wasn't just one group, it was like 10 groups. Sometimes you don't want to know. Sometimes it's better to be naive. But it's hard. Okay, you can hear another one coming. It's another group. This is like the 5th group in 10 minutes. Hang on. Out in the middle of nowhere, hiking, come across these little weird piles that are just almost too small to notice. Strange. Lots of deer activity up here. Kind of Kind of crazy. Just need to find some great big old antlers. Anyway, came up here across this. It looks like some kind of witchcraft with the sticks aligned in a certain way. We're at this big circle of rocks. What the hell is that? There's been no fire. That's some kind of supernatural. Sometimes I come across these little places like this where all these rocks are piled up like that, which could have easily been where somebody died way back, way back. And the cross or whatever was here is falling apart, because that's not normal for that to be that way. And you'll see them every so often. Makes you wonder. We came walking up here, driving up here actually on this road, and there was some kind of a being of some kind hiding in these trees, huge. My wife thought it was a huge man with a big black sheepskin coat. Now it's gone. We just turned right around. Wonder if there's tracks. There's like a boot track. I mean, we turned right around. He was crouched down like he was hiding. Huh. Bunch of cliffs and stuff up in there. Is he on this side?
Yeah.
Huh? He was by those tanks? Maybe you guys can spot him in the trees. Maybe he's coming down to get a drink. Problem is you can't see tracks in this crap. Well, it surely wasn't a person, or he'd still be here. See the water in here? Must have been down here getting a drink. I mean, we turned around immediately. And there's been a lot of Sasquatch sightings up in here. These bins have water in them. But with all this crap, you can't find a track. He may have ran down into the trees. I mean, that's fresh water. I would come into that. How is he squatting down? How is he squatting down? Like hunched over?
Like this.
Wow. And he was big.
Yeah, it's big. I told you about.
Huh. Okay, we were walking up, well, driving up the road, and my wife saw what she said was a great big guy with a sheep black coat and long hair, hunched over, scraping out something. We ended up going over there and it was a water tank, but when we went back, he was gone. So it was no man. And you can't find any prints there because of the stickers. So we came up here. Woo! Uh-huh. Woo! People have been up here. There's a lot of bat guano. I don't see any bats though. Wow, this would be a perfect place to hide. Like right around that corner. That's crazy. No bats. Holy hell. I was just waiting for something to jump out on me. There's more, it's like things are sliding down and then landing. It's weird. All the way up here to see this cave. It's on the other side of where we saw that, where my wife saw that Sasquatch. There's an opening up there, but really, there's really nothing here. Bat guano stuff. Not really that much. Came walking up here and we've got some kind of a X type thing. I have not seen this one before. That's kind of strange. In between those two trees. Huh. I've seen a lot of things out here, but not that. I'm out here walking around here. This has got to be like this is an old structure. I gotta find my son, he wandered off. Not a good place to be wandering off. Came out here, just riding around. Came across this old homestead. Old homestead. This was an old miner's shack. I'm sure that was like an underground, I don't know if it was a dugout or what it was, but there's an old stove. And this is good wood too for making old stuff. Look at that one up there. Yeah, this was a mine for sure. I do metal detecting here, but there's so many nails it would just be a waste of time. If there was a way to get past iron, Wow, look at that. That is awesome. Well, I'm gonna look around here a little bit and I'll post it here in a bit. They've got they really went to work, because I'm sure they didn't have a backhoe to dig these out. But what's interesting to me is that these are usually not far from mines, because there's no point in doing all this if you have to walk or ride a horse 10 miles. You know, somewhere around here there's mines. I mean, there's all kinds of things in here. Wow. Pieces of tin all over. See, I'm not really sure what this was. You see where they made these posts? Like this Y stick. It was actually a tree. And then over there, I can only imagine the hardships these people had. It must have been just one hell of a life. I mean, because the temperatures during the summer, at least in these areas, are hot in the middle of the day, but they get cold at night. And in the winter, it's just brutal. I mean, between the snow and the wind, these poor people, I'm sure they had a hell of a existence. And I'm sure they didn't make a whole lot of money, because there'd still be mines here if they did. Huh. This is the opposite side of this old adobe. There's a couple of cans of beer and stuff down there somebody's thrown in there, but regardless of anything, it's cool. That it's even still standing is amazing. Came across this and see a lot of dead trees and stuff, but you don't ever see them pulled up by the roots. That's crazy. Oh, look at that over there. Wow, that's another area. That's another dugout. They used to make these, dig it out, make their house and live in it, and I just don't understand how they did it. I guess during the runoff there'd be a little bit of water. Not much. They used like a wire, I guess, for the top where they put sod and dirt and whatever they do. I'd like to see how they make that, like step by step. This looks like another homestead. It's still kind of standing, partially. I mean, they've got like weird wires, barbed wire. I don't even know how they kept these up. It's just run down and run over. And I guess they've got it wired, trying to hold it from falling apart, I guess. There's a little fence. There's an easier way right there. Huh. This is neat. Just wish there wasn't so much dang sagebrush. Ow. See their little, I don't know what that is. It's just kind of like a little fence slash doorway. Here's part of the mesh, and there's a window or something. Crazy. This is an interesting little doorway. I'm not sure what that is. Huh. This is pretty cool. To find it like this, and they've got the corral out there that they used. Not sure what those are, but they look like cloth. Hold a gate on or something. Okay, I'm headed over here. There's like a lean-to. I'm not exactly sure. Good thing it's not middle of the summer. It can be snake central. But look at these. How they're just put against the fences, and I mean they've got this little run over here, and man, these sagebrush are huge. I'm gonna have to check for ticks. Got feed troughs. These fence lines are just way cool. I mean, that had to have taken a lot of time. A lot of time. I can't even imagine the life. I mean, with the way things are in today's market, where it seems like nobody works and everybody has $1 million house and drives a Mercedes, which I don't understand, but it's just strange to me. Super strange. I mean, look at the head in that. What the hell? What in the hell? Well, let me just tell you a story. This has got some creep central. I mean, this is not normal. Wow. Wow. And then you got this one right next to it. I mean, look at the cross section and the teeth and the bones. Oh, hell. Over here, there's some old Ford, whatever it is, old. I mean, wow, you just don't see this. You just don't see this anymore. Alright guys, I need to get back on track with stuff. My goal has been, what is that? That looks like some way that they strained debris. I need to get back on track with going to mines. I mean, these camps are great, but I want to go find an open mine and see what's in it, because I have a feeling I know. And I'm sure there's a lot of these mines interconnected, at least on this mountain. And just really makes you want to find out. Be really interesting to see what kind of life these people lived, meaning how they lived and day-to-day operations and food and plants and crops, which I don't see any place that they really, I don't think they had much when it comes to crops. I think they had animals like pigs, sheep maybe, and that's probably about it. And then I'm sure they got some deer and elk, stuff like that, but you can't rely on that, especially when you're limited to horseback if you have that. Going further up in here, we've come across another dugout. Trying to locate the mine. I mean, wow. It's like old pieces of pottery, crocker and stuff. Interesting. These rocks. How they lived is what blows my mind. Because there was no garden that I can see a flat area, but they might. There's nothing. These are areas I've never seen. And this one's just up here by itself. Hang on, I'll put you back. Okay, so finishing with this dugout. It's a lot more crude, but you can see where those rocks are down there. That was the door. They piled a lot of rocks around it. Used the rocks primarily, and then some big, huge beams that they made out of some of these big pines or pinyons or ponderosa, whichever they had. And further, wow. And then this is all concrete. What the hell? That's like a weird concrete. I wonder if this was like a... It's hard to say what this was. I don't know, but it was really, really cool. It gets creepy in here in the evening. I hiked up into what I thought was a mine. Turned out to be nothing, which is a bummer because it was clear up in the middle of nowhere. It was just straight up. But I'll keep going. It had debris like a mine, you know, like it had been excavated, but it hadn't. It was just falling rock. It's weird how they made it look so, you know, real. Bones in here. I'm just trying to, you know, find the big man, get some footage, so I can sleep at night. The problem is there for a while I was okay, when I started getting the itch again, because my wife saw one, full blown, the whole thing. And I mean, why didn't that happen to me? She was freaking out. He's like, that's the biggest man with a fur coat on I've ever seen. He was squatting down, stirring some kind of a concoction of something. It wasn't a bucket or anything like that. It was like the dirt. We went up there, couldn't find anything. You can't find the tracks in that area, of course, because It's shale rock. And everything is just, you could be 5,000 pounds and not leave a mark. So that was kind of a bummer. But we pressed on. And we're gonna keep pressing on. And, you know, I'll keep you posted. I keep coming across all these bones right in here that I haven't ever. Well, I've seen them, that kind of bone. At first I thought it was something else, but it's just a regular elk bone or something. I thought it'd been like drilled on or something. It hadn't. Anyway, blinding. Okay, came across some pottery, which is awesome, but I was gonna explain how this is kind of the areas that at least the Sasquatch up in here like to travel, because I don't care if you weighed 1,000 pounds, you're not going to make any footprints. It's all shale rock. But it's interesting nonetheless. We're just up here looking at new areas. We're clear up here in the just under the snow, but a lot of cool stuff. And keep looking. This looks like it got pushed over to make a lean-to. Look, you could get under there when it's raining. Look how all that's stacked up like that. It's crazy. Here again, this tree's been snapped off, and it's a live tree. It was a live tree at about 8 feet. You hear that? Did you hear that? Something was breathing heavy. It's crazy. That's just really weird. Like, you can't see it out there. If I go up here, and there's nothing. It's just that one right there.
Baby, stay here.
Yeah.
And turn right. You will see.
Yeah. That's so weird.
Down.
The one just disappeared. There it is. Oh, crap. Started hiking along. I could hear something. You hear that? Stick snapping. It almost looks like fur. I can see something moving. Freak. This is insane. There's something behind there. You see it? There's something there. This is crazy. Okay, I walked around a separate, on the other side of this ridge. There's something breaking. I'm seeing stuff being broken, moving. You see that movement? You can see it move. I can see. Ooh. There's something in there. Okay, I was coming out here yesterday on my property, and this is where you drive in over here, and you got to look at this. Look at how this tree has been tore up. I mean, shredded. There's no elk in here. There's no deer in here, because there's nothing with horns this time of the year anyway. For tracks, but I think it was done before the last rain. I mean, this is crazy. I don't have any idea what would do this. I mean, we're talking clear up the tree. That's just not normal. Problem is that that'll kill that tree. There's no, well, there are some claw marks right there. Kind of, I don't even know if those are claw marks. And it goes all the way up there. There's something there too. I don't know. I just don't know what to do that and why. Like I said, there's no prints. Mind blowing. I've never seen that before.